the dressing room. You both know I expect. Keep it clean. Put your heads in close. Good luck to you both. Touch gloves. Good luck, lads.
As Sheffield's Kell Brook puts his Errol Spence Jr, the cool cat with the oozing confidence, station in the making. Or will Kell Brook?
This guy's a quality fighter. He's going to sit back.
For the British belt in Glasgow. Rehydrated, recharged, jab going, and a positive start from Brook.
Great reflex. He's always had cat-like reflexes, but he times that right hand off that back foot. And Errol Spence knows he's in with a test here.
As well, too, the thick thighs. Spence Jr so far, but trying to... There'll be the tactics to work that midsection and find out. Have gone up to super welterweight and vacated the crown, but he didn't want to, Cole.
And now he's got this defence, this mandatory defence, and it really is a stiff test. Kell Brook not looking out of his depth here. Speed-wise, people thought he might have split them.
Remember, Spence Jr, a pre-fight betting favourite, been an underdog before, and that just spurs him on. Another body shot from the American. Speed is so key here.
It is. It's just coming desperately close together there. Some nice body work there from Errol Spence.
To the middle, be patient with him, you'll get him.
Battle of words in the build-up. Errol Spence Jr in the white with a gold. Is he a golden hope of American? Exposed here by the fleet fists of Kell Brook, who's got but Spence Jr with so much talent through the amateurs and through those 21 wins so far.
Seen it when a southpaw fights an orthodox. Kell Brook found his range quite early and having some good success here in the second.
Followed up with an uppercut. Will he test Spence Jr.'s chin? He's been shaken momentarily once. It's in the Bundu fight. Errol Spence, but nothing at this level in this league. Kell Brook proved himself over in the States against Sean Porter.
He has settled in, but, I mean, it's very intense. Spencer backing him up, looking to get in close, looking for that shot. Couple drove down a little bit low. There's that body shot. He landed some nice body shots in the first round. And when them shots go in, but this is great response from Kell Brook. I mean, he's getting under them, working the body, and he's able to get off and keep that distance and just be away from the counter shot that comes back to him. Brook has definitely found his distance.
Mixing it up. Nice shots. Trying to power his way. Kell Brook.
He's got catching shots this round.
Good defence there.
And he's having to close the distance here. He's having to march forward. Not great tactics, but he's obviously dominating here with his boxing ability.
Body and head as well. Turn southpaw.
Some nice body work going in from Kell Brook. See it there, that right hand to the body. That will take away the wind.
Back he comes. Fraught with danger. This defence. And it's shaping up well.
Easy stopping, you're going to punch yourself out. When he starts telling you what, just tell him. And then work.
Nassim Hamid joining us at ringside. What do you think of Kell's start?
Up to now is very good. I'm enjoying this. Kell's backing him up, and Kell's doing very well. He just needs to keep on his job and keep his head movement. No, well, we're yet to see in the later rounds or the middle rounds what's going to happen, but this is, like I said, a big test for both of them. But Kell Brook right now is winning this fight.
Some of the Americans also wondering whether this was just a bit too soon, too raw. Errol Spence, but a good left hand, real power too. 18 knockouts. Brook's always had a pretty solid chin.
In that last round, he was getting outboxed and out counterpunch with Kell's fast hands and his tricky foot. And just seems to be applying quite effective pressure. He's got a good southpaw jab, and when he's in close, you can see that strength.
Good shot there from Spence and a body shot that follows.
But he left his head out to dry, and that right hook is now he needs to tighten his defence up.
Light on his feet. Errol Spence. People shouting and screaming all round us at ring. The fervent support for Kell Brook. But Errol Spence with a wry smile on his face.
Spence on his back foot. Kell Brook having to apply motion now because he's had a bad start to the round.
In the third from Errol Spence Jr. All to body.
Well, I think Spencer landed a nice... Made Brook realise that he's in with a bit of a puncher. Looking a bit wild there, a bit desperate. But
won virtually every single round of every single fight. Now he's under pressure. Now he's long, hard fights. And been in with Gennady Golovkin too.
Right, you got 8 and 10, because if you dip, it's dangerous.
Yeah, well, Kell Brook sits back on that right foot, transfers the weight so fast and sharp, and there's the counter punches there.
Round 4.
Professional career. It's only the 81st for Errol Spence Jr. Straight out of the real tension here, and there's the right hand of Kell Brook that he's called his chocolate brownie. Time and again we've heard that. Laughing eventually, but having none of it and coming back with a left hook of his own.
Well, he throws that lead right hand, Kell Brook. And Spencer feeling that. Kell Brook landing some nice shots, but Spencer just sending a nice reply himself.
Really beginning to warm up here.
Well, neither fighter wanted to give any ground and show any weakness to his opponent.
Both so positive and aggressive. Here comes. Brook is backed up on the ropes and shipping some of these body shots.
Well, as Brook backs up and tries to spin off and get more time, is Spencer tailing it.
Blood to the mouth, cut lip for Errol Spence Jr. Kell Brook out with Carson Jones. All those experiences that he's had to come through. And Errol Spence Jr., we've seen it in the last 3 or 4 years.
Well, in fights that are close, you have to draw on that experience. And you said there, Brook has got the more experience in the danger zone. You know, when it's not going his own way, he's able to turn it around. I mean, this is tough for both men. But you'd have to say the experience favours Brook massively. But Errol Spencer, you know, doesn't mean you can write him off.
Not at all. Good punches landed already. Brook trying to drag Spence into a close, personal, hard fight. Right hand from Brook.
Errol Spence trying to get something, responding brilliantly. I mean, Brook really is leading the charge, and then when the counter comes back at him.
But Spence Jr. has solved every single puzzle in front of him so far and done it spectacularly.
Push him off, don't tire yourself out, let him go then boxing, save the energy.
The work of Kell Brook now, I mean, it's still a hard fight for him. Errol Spence is still coming, but Brook seems to have settled down better. He's using his jab well, and his counter right hand's great. And up close.
Of the first 4 rounds, where the 3 judges at ringside, our own Dave Parris, Adelaide Bird. Kell Brook has said in the build-up he thinks both of them touch down. They might taste the canvas. Body shot from Brook.
Looking really strong, Kell Brook. Nice right hands, and in the final rounds, I can't help him because he's able to manhandle Spence here early on and up close, push him back with that left hand and lean on him. It might be that natural size advantage he's got.
Who said he's come in at about 11.10 to the rehydration. Spence Jr. apparently about 11.7. So they both packed on the pounds, but they both made the... will it come down to weight and down to stamina as we...
Back foot, he's effective for them body shots, Kell Brook. Counter jab, punches that drain you when you're on the receiving end of them.
Elite fighters and brutality and others.
Good signs here for Kell Brook early on. If he can maintain this is going well. I mean, he's not mixed at this level. Let's not forget Kell Brook.
Oh, right hand from Brook. Peach of the shot in the 5th round.
Right in with that right hook. Effective shot to try and change something. And it's not quite working for him.
Trained on those lines and circles in the Wickerback gym, but Spence Jr. comes back with a right volley here.
Spencer had him on the ropes, so he
just find yourself, get yourself fly on outside and you're thinking that jab.
Kell's doing unbelievable now. I'm just watching him. He looks strong. He looks good now. For me, he's still commanding, still in charge of this fight. Let's go.
Analysis, who's with Paulie. 1 or 2 others at ringside feel it's closer. Was that a crucial round, the 5th? As Kell Brook starts the 6th in powerful fashion. And Errol Spence just seems to hang on there, looking a bit ragged as he tries to deliver body shots.
Well, Spencer here having to do something different, having to apply this rough and rugged tactic to test his heart and his fitness back down now at welterweight. If Spencer is going to have any success, this is how he's going to do it.
He's fighting fire with fire here. Spence Jr. trying to stay in the pocket, apply the pressure to tactics. We're going to find out, because Brook's work is good.
Errol Spence has realised when he sits back, outclassing him. I say outclassing, it sounds wide, it's not wide, but he just seems to be in front when they're at distance.
More body shots attempted from Errol Spence. And a jab too.
And when they come together, when they come close, seems to be the stronger of the two. He seems to have that strength, which can be so desperately telling.
This may be at welterweight. Middleweight, he took some of Gennady Golovkin's biggest shots. Yes, he didn't win the fight, but he came out.
He was stopped on his feet against Gennady Golovkin up at middleweight. Even with that injury to the eye socket, terrible, obscured his vision. So you're not concerned about what's coming back here.
Titanium in the eye and a steely feel about Kell Brook all the way through the build-up. Errol Spence Jr wants this so much. The family's over. He believes the belt's going back to... Looking strong here. And Spence having a shit panic. And a right from Brook. And an uppercut. And is he beginning to get to Errol Spence at the end of the 6th round? Good feel to the Texan.
Gritting his teeth and really letting some heavy shots go, but he's stronger and he's able to push him back after he's landed his shot.
Star-studded cast here. Sean Porter is with Andy.
Sean, you've been shouting plenty of encouragement for Errol Spence Jr, your countryman. How are you seeing this one so far?
Close. I actually have it...
Sean Porter has it absolutely level.
Some nice body shots went in there from Spence, but since then...
I've got Kell Brook a couple up at the halfway stage. Of course, this is all cracking matchup. What happens next? It just seemed to me was beginning to break him up a touch in that 6th.
He did, yes. Or whatever it was from Errol Spence. He was being busy, but Brook making it awkward for him. I mean, he throws some quite... Although he's not got the conventional Ingle style like Nassim Hammond in these days, he's still got an awkwardness about his style. He switches to southpaw, but the physical strength...
Yep, he's also swarming all over Errol Spence Jr, not giving him a break. That fleet of foot he has got, that's what impressed Floyd Mayweather when they sparred at the beginning of Errol Spence Jr, and neither promoted. The Americans have got excited about him as he gets a left
here, not really having the success he's had in the last couple of rounds. And then turn him off to get back behind that jab. I think the pressure from Kell Brook's just slightly slowed down in the way this fight's going for me.
A couple of left hooks as well got in. And now he looks a bit ragged, Brook.
Well, if we ever had any concern, it would have been in the second half of the fight with Kell Brook coming down from middleweight. That weight loss.
For Errol Spence Jr, will his body shots pay dividend later on in the fight? How do we know? Aesthetically, he looks terrific, Kell Brook. He's had the 12, 14-week training camp. This wonderful welterweight division. Kell Brook here, Manny Pacquiao ringside, Amir Khan in our studio. Stone 7 scene and some huge fight, but who will win?
We've seen some good speed here from Errol Spence early. Jab with that southpaw stance, then counter jab left cross. And he seems to be with that jab and that speed at this minute.
Head and body from Errol Spence Jr. Back right hand comes Kell Brook, tit for tat at times.
He really had to force it, Kell Brook, to get that success, and when he does, that strength tells, and here it comes again.
When he closes the distance.
Spencer looking quite comfortable when he comes in close, quite, confident, and that sharp jab. Kell Brook seems to have a bit of his sharpness and a bit of his spite.
Here comes Spence Jr, but as soon as he's got room and he can utilise those legs.
Spence just seems to have that advantage with that jab and a slight bit of speed when but up close, Brook's able to lean on him, but...
It really is fascinating, the 27-year-old against the experience of the 31-year-old. Good shot from Spence, and a lovely combination as well.
Nice combo, points from Kell Brook.
Yeah, suddenly he looks strong again, Errol Spence Jr.
And if Brook allows him to work just at his...
He was just annoyed by a shot there, Kell Brook. Good work from Errol Spence. Back comes Brook with a couple of clubbing shots. But the scoring punches with the American, that was back of the head from Brook. Kell Brook, it was the right that went.
Steaming forward, Brook. He's just leading in, but walking into counters, and the face marking up quite badly there, especially around that left eye.
This last round 8, you've got 4 more rounds. You're steadying this kid up there, you've got 4 rounds to get through this.
How are you seeing it?
Well, I've got Brook a couple up. I've still got Brook a couple up, but losing the last couple of rounds, he seemed to...
I think it's very close. Errol Spence coming on strong. And this was the period of the fight that many worried for the British man with that weight-making issue. But Errol Spence Jr is also untested at this level over this.
He's slowed down with the pace, and Spencer, that's right, well, Brook, that left eye looking quite badly marked up and swelling. In these championship rounds where we expect Brook pressure of the 2. Worrying signs really for the Brook camp.
Oh, good shot from Errol Spence Jr there. His accuracy is excellent. His move.
Get up close with Spence and just let some shots, because at this sort of range against a southpaw, a fast southpaw that's still fresh enough to let big shots go, this could be troubling for Brook.
Really applying the pressure now. Big left hook from Errol Spence Jr. Brook tries to back him up into his own. It's really noticeable. It's Spence Jr in the driving seat, and there's a right hand, and these are worrying moments for Kell Brook and his team. Oh, big shots from Errol Spence Jr.
Kell Brook hurt there, let's not forget, he's a big banger.
At the 9th round, and here comes Spence. And Kell Brook has got to hold on and use his experience, because he's in real bother now.
He is in real bother. Ships some heavy shots there from Spence, who can see the damage he's doing. As Brook backs up here, he needs to hold. He needs to try.
Class and showing us his staying power. Brook raises his arms.
Right, be smart, right? This fight's not over, you listen to me. So you've got to work with it.
Just getting more animated in the corner, Dominic Ingle. It's not panic stations, is it?
Well, Dominic Ingle knows how close this fight is. He knows that Kell Brook was successful early on.
Adam Booth behind us has got it level. Paulie Malignaggi has got Errol Spence now in the lead. And I think for the first time in the fight, change of the guard. Or will Kell Brook and retain his IBF title? It has gone deep. Errol Spence Jr is the one who's had much more success in the last few minutes. Oh, Kell Brook's hurt here. He's down in the 10th round, and it's so early. And it was an accumulation, and that eye is terrible as well for Kell Brook. Is he running on empty now?
Unfortunately for Kell Brook, this is desperate time. He's badly injured now with that eye, and here comes Spence again.
Errol Spence Jr on the verge. Kell Brook tottering all over the ring. He's going to be taken out here. The championship is about to change hands, surely.
Kell Brook needs to hold.
He comes back bravely. Brook was so close there. He's looking up, back comes.
Brook's not going to give it up that easy, but he's on the back foot, taking some heavy blows. He's literally on the fringe of being stopped and managing somehow to stay in this fight. We know that Errol Spence is a big puncher, and he's landing.
Body shots. Spence now to the head. Brook so brave, trying desperately with his home crowd. A minute 15 left in this 10th round. It's been a nightmare for Kell Brook, but he tries to turn Errol Spence.
What a man Kell Brook is, what a fighter. He's not going to give up. This is unbelievable with some heavy shot. Spence is almost punching himself out. And amazingly, here comes Kell Brook still defiant in the face.
An uppercut from Brook and a right hand. Unbelievable scenes here. Extraordinary fight.
He's a warrior. We saw that against Golovkin. He's strong, he's determined, he believes in himself, but even on the end of them heavy blows.
Anthony Joshua was a couple of punches away losing at Wembley. Kell Brook surely maybe one punch away from losing there, but somehow he's dragged himself back.
Torrid round for Kell Brook. How he's still in there, still making this competitive is unbelievable. What a round of boxing from both men.
with him. He thought he was going to walk in here and do you in.
They're cheering in the corner. They're saying break in the 11th round, 6 to go for the first time in the fight. He might need to... This is brilliant from Errol Spence Jr. Absolutely fantastic 4 or 5 rounds he's had. Real skillful, sharp shooter who's proving very much his worth on this stage. But a wonderful shot from Kell Brook. Unhinges Spence, who comes back again.
Awkward left looking uppercut from Brook. Snaps the head back of Errol Spence. Got back behind his boxing now, Brook, but he doesn't want to be on the end of them punches.
Oh, he's blinking again badly. Kell Brook
making him feel uncomfortable. And here comes Spencer after that minute rest.
Yeah, the confidence back.
Good shot there from Spencer. Brook looking troubled here on the ropes.
Holding on again, Kell Brook.
Yeah, he's hurt. That eye's playing in trouble.
The eye against Golovkin, the eye against Errol Spence, but he's gone down on one knee. He can hardly see out of it. And he showed so much valiance, but can he get out? I think he's going to sit it out. It is all over. And Errol Spence Jr. from the Lone Star State is a new star of world boxing. Congratulations, as the American becomes a world champion and makes it 22 wins on the spin. He was brilliant in the last few rounds.